All right, we're live. Mark Gassert, Mark's Message, Freeform Friday, Freeform Friday. And before we get started, hello, hello, greetings to the Grow Live Nation, greetings to emerging sales winners, greetings to Peachtree City, everyone else on planet Earth on the virtual stream. And as you know, I'm broadcasting from Peachtree Corners. So, with that said, it's the peachiest place here on the planet. And today is Freeform Friday, and we're going to talk about virtual education. How's it going? And I can tell you from a personal perspective, that's what my wife is doing right now. She is a teacher and dealing with third and fourth graders. So I get to see and hear my whole house has been turned upside down once again into a learning laboratory. And rumor is my son might even be returning due to the fact of all this COVID nonsense. So he may be coming back from Greensboro. Don't know yet as of yet, but if it happens, it happens. No big deal. You got to improvise, overcome, adapt. That's what it's all about. So with that, let's take a look here at virtual education, and how's it going? And the reason I mentioned my wife, you're dealing with children in the third or fourth grade, and it is amazing to see how they do adapt, how they do improvise, and how they overcome in the classroom. It's been kind of fun to hear these little voices in the background as I make calls. My wife constantly shuts my door to my bunker here, the office from Peachtree Corners. And but I do get to hear some things, and I hear Miss Gazzard, and it's been quite interesting. So they're using Microsoft Teams, they're going through lesson plans, reading assignments, whatever the case may be. And these kids, man, they're just like going with the flow. It's not a big deal to them. Uh, and I find it amazing that, and I'm really impressed. So, there's hope for the future, so to speak. But I think it's really neat. I think for the teachers, it's more of a challenge from a teaching perspective. But, my wife now, I watch her and she's got pretty good command of that platform, that she's using. And she's teaching these kids. So it's pretty cool. So I'm impressed. Heck, I may even hop on there and see if I can learn something. But I just wanted to point that out to you and how things virtually are affecting. Let's take this, for instance. It's Freeform Friday, so we're going to have a little fun. I know I don't want to get into this boring mode of teaching just a sales concept, but I think I want to invite you to hop in, join, whatever you got to say. But, it's affecting things from a baseball perspective, football perspective, basketball perspective, a musical perspective, what we're going through right now. So things on a virtual level. I find it most amusing when you watch TV and you watch a baseball game every now and then. They have cutouts for fans. That's quite unique. And basketball's under that proverbial bubble there in Florida, so they're doing their deal. And then they have the virtual fans out there. They have the screens going. So, is it such a bad thing what we're going through at this point in time? So we talked about education, healthcare. I hear people are talking and communicating with their health professionals, via whether it's Zoom or whatever or platform or the case may be, which I find is most amusing. There's a doctor, there you are, and you're talking, how you feeling, how you doing. It's just different, right? And then, we can get into that. I won't further delve into it, but I just want to touch on, here's my all-time favorite, since I am try to be a practicing Orthodox Christian. Excuse me, I don't want to get biblical about that, but you have to sign up at our church here in Atlanta, and then you sign up like you're going to go to service, okay? And you can't be late. I guess you have to be there like 10 or 15 minutes. They take your temperature before you go in. They check you off a list. Then you hand sanitize, you keep your 6-foot distance, and then you have to sit a certain way. They're doing that as well. I find that interesting. And you can also partake of these services, obviously, virtually. So, there that is. And then you get into doing business. What's really wild about the business and the things, how are meetings done? Uh, Virtually, because I call on a lot of people, right? So they're home. Or they might be in the office, but they're still communicating amongst themselves because it's a balanced blend for most of these companies. They're doing it on a virtual level. It could be Zoom, it could be Microsoft Teams. Uh, Obviously, this platform is Facebook Live. I'm using StreamYard right now as I'm communicating with everybody out there. So that's how this process works. Just wanted to share that. And what I've come to deduce in my own mentality was when I lost my excuses, I found my results. So there really is no excuse right now, today, if you want to start a business, if you want to do something new, if you want to communicate on a religious, fraternal, paternal organization, it can be done. This is one way you can utilize this particular platform. And what I tell everybody, because I love the man, and always have, is you have to be an innovator, creator, initiator, and that is you got to be a Miles Davis out there, even in the business world. I know for some of you business nerds, you're probably looking at me going, what in the hell is he talking about? But I truly believe you have to be creative now. And that's what this whole thing's about, being a Miles Davis. And you can't worry what other people are going to think or say about you as you venture onward, because things are different and we're not going back. I know people struggle with that. I mean, hey, let's get into the political arena. I just think there was a certain party that had their convention, and right, and how was that done? Were there mobs and crowds? No, it was all done on a remote virtual level. So, that, you know is a testament to what you can do virtually. Now it is different. Obviously, I'm sure even being at one of these basketball games is probably different, or even a baseball game if you happen to sneak in there. But I just want to point that out. And you're probably sitting there going, since it is free form, we got some comments here. Ho ho. Okay. Ain't up straight. Sit up straight. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. See, that's my mentor here, Ron Goodwin. He'll give it to me straight. Sorry, Ron, my seat's a little low. It's acting up on me. It's not me, but hopefully I'm up high enough now. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. And Ron, feel free to throw your 2 cents in there. This guy has his own business. He can probably tell us how things are a little bit different virtually. And some of the things he does, I know he has Zoom calls now with customers. So everything's changing. I'd consider Ron, the birthday boy of Miles Davis. And let's see what else he's going to do. Yes, yes. See, he's telling me. And exactly, I've talked to various business owners or people, and this is what they're doing. So they're not fighting it, they're going with the flow, which I think is kind of cool. And if you don't, if you're going to fight it, you know, you kind of going to be on the outside looking in. You're going to be at the parade, but you're not going to be participating. You're going to be at the party, but you're not going to be involved. And that's the way I look at this thing. This is one gigantic party, man. So climb on board. Don't be afraid to be a Miles Davis for all you folks out there. And if you don't know who he is, just go Google him. You ought to know who the guy is. He played trumpet, jazz. That's all I'm going to say. And just Google the guy. For some of you folks that are not of the jazz persuasion. Anywho, I could mention Dexter Gordon too. Be a Dexter Gordon. You'd probably say, who the heck is that? Just Google him. You'll figure it out. Anyway, moving on. So my point here today is, and as Ron has jumped on, thank you, Ron, is why would you not want to take a look at doing things virtually? And yes, I'm going to insert this, so don't get, crazy on me and say, "Oh God, here he goes again." Well, yeah, there is a platform out there, and it's if you go to this platform, the Grow Live Academy, okay, you can take a look at it. Check it out, see what you think. Direct message me, scream at me, holler at me, do something, and review it, see what you think. Uh-oh, he's got another comment here. The master miles ahead of the others. Yeah, that's true. Ron knows about him, and this guy's what I would consider a Renaissance man. He knows a lot of different things. He's full of wit, wisdom. He's educating. He's engaging. He's enlightening. And I could go on and check out Ron Goodwin at Goodwin Graphics. If you need any assistance, he can create the appropriate marketing atmosphere. He can create the appropriate atmosphere. If it's a family reunion, you can take a look at what he has to offer, whether it's masks, t-shirts. He's got it all. So the guy can do it for you. He can bring it. But getting back here, why would you want to do this Grow Live thing? And I'll say it again. This particular platform is public speaking on steroids. And you're looking at a camera. There's not an audience out there. But, I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, I'm going to put that up there again. I love that, Ron, the master. If you ever read any memoirs about Miles or YouTube some things or check him out, he's quite unique. I'm sure he would enjoy the heck out of what's going on right now with all this virtual stuff. He'd probably figure out all sorts of ways to create. The guy even painted, so I'm sure he would. But take a look at the platform, getting back into that, and look through there. And with that platform, there are is a document you can download. So you need to look at that as well. And Ken Walls put this document out. It's free. If you go to this website, you'll see it there. It's 100 ideas, live streaming. Right there it is. And check it out, man. It is free. There's nothing wrong with free, right? I hate the word free, but I mean complimentary. How's that? So look at that, see what you think. And I hope you climb on board, guys. And you can always go back, and I'm just going to pull this up here. You can always go back here and, whoops, and check out, the other things that we have here on this particular website. There is actually the website itself under the ticker, thegrowliveacademy.com. So I'm done with that and getting ready to move on to the next item here. Since we're talking virtual and we're talking live stream, anybody out there, feel free if you want to throw in your 2 cents. What are you doing right now in your world, and how have things changed? How are they different? I would love to hear about it. And even if it's, a comment about, hey, I don't agree with everything you say, that's cool. I get it. But this is just my opinion, my perception. But I'm real big about right now, I'm at this stage of life where I feel all of us have to learn how to adapt, improvise, overcome. And there's that word improvise, and it always makes me think of a guy like a Miles Davis. And that's why I say we all have to work on our Miles Davis persona. And you got to bring that swag. So I'm pretty much done on my public rant here on this Freeform Friday. Ron, thanks for hopping on and making a couple comments and telling me to sit straight. I'll have to fix my chair. You know what? I'm having problems here. I'm falling apart. What can I say? But as always at Mark's Message, what we're going to do here is leave you on this Friday, the 21st. So you're going to propel into a weekend. So, think about what you're going to do this weekend. Most important of all, enjoy your family, enjoy your time with your loved ones, significant others, and then look at next week. What am I going to do that's going to be different? What's my plan of attack? What's my action? What am I looking to accomplish next week? And the weekend's a good time to, kind of reflect and then focus forward and say, yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get it. So with that, I will tell you all, wishing you a very successful Friday, the remainder of this day here, and propel it into the weekend and into next week. And as always here at Mark's Message, be a leader, be a friend, most important of all, be of service. And with that stated in baseball terms, I'm getting ready to crank it. And Ron, this is for you. This could be, you know, Carl Yastrzemski back in the day. Everybody keep swinging for the fences so we together can knock it out of the park. Hey, this was Mark Gasser, Mark's Message, Peachtree Corners, Georgia. It is the peachiest place on the planet. And I will see you on Monday. Looking forward to it. Have a fantastic weekend. Catch you later.